Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here, and uh-oh, it's a dinosaur!
Dun, 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 dun.
So today is a great special throwback and film review treat because I went to see Jurassic Park in the theaters in 3D. Now, I have not seen this Steven Spielberg masterpiece in almost 20 years. And this year marked the 20th anniversary of this film. It is hard to imagine that this film, which was one of the biggest, most original styles of filmmaking, one of the most breakthrough films in history, it was just incredible to see this movie on the big screen once again, especially after not seeing it for a while. And I pretty much remembered this movie inside and out, but it was just so great to see it on the big screen, being older, a little bit more wiser, and more importantly, being a critic that I am today. What I really think is the most incredible thing about Steven Spielberg's film is the use of computer graphics to bring these majestic creatures, and sometimes vicious, to life. Because this was one of the first movies that actually used the current, which has now been perfected, computer imagery, and it was just so crazy to see these beasts that are non-existent at this point just lifelike, and like you could practically feel and touch and even fear some of these dinosaurs. The acting, of course, is great. Jeff Goldblum, Sam Neill, and of course you got the hilarious Wayne Knight, and even though he doesn't have such a big role, Samuel L. Jackson. So to see all these guys on this film is just so awesome to see after all these years. And the 3D actually was pretty cool too. I mean, I have seen some movies that were re-released in theaters for 3D purposes, but some of them were just very subtle on the 3D, but this one was pretty, like, in-your-face 3D. And don't even get me started on some of the famous scenes that feature the dinosaurs, because they were just incredible. Now, the only thing I could say was pretty bad about this movie is the fact that if you're going to take your kids to see this movie, be very careful, because kids could get scared, but also, there are a lot of parts in the movie that don't actually have dinosaurs running around, and there's a lot of scientific stuff, and a lot of slow spots that, while they may be important to the movie, kids may not understand that. And when I went to see this movie back in 1993, when I was 11 years old, that's exactly how I felt. So, I'm gonna just say, either way, if you haven't seen Jurassic Park on the big screen, if you've seen it, if you know it word for word and just love it, go see it on the big screen. Even if you have. Just to see a movie like Jurassic Park on the big screen is like seeing Star Wars or Back to the Future or Top Gun on the big screen. So definitely check it out. I'm going to give Jurassic Park 3.5 out of 4. So that's it, everybody. And the question that I want to leave with you today is, what movie would you like to see in 3D? If you haven't seen it on the big screen, or if you just want to see a movie that you haven't seen on the big screen in general. I've seen all the Star Wars movies, I've seen the 4th Indiana Jones, and rumor has it that next year there's going to be a 3D release of Independence Day. I definitely want to see that. I'm the Lawn Gnome, and remember that actions speak louder than words.